welcome Latinos Winnipeando in Canada, but in Spanish. Could you try? Bienvenidos Latinos.
Bienvenidos Latinos.
Winnipeando.
Winnipeando
En Canadá.
Bienvenidos a nuestro canal Latinos Funcionan en Canadá. El día de hoy les traemos una invitada especial, Karen.
Thank you. Gracias.
Can you share us a little bit about how the public library system works here in Winnipeg?
Okay. First of all, we are in Charleswood, in the suburb of Charleswood.
Okay.
It used to be an independent municipality, and it started its own library system. And then, when Charleswood became part of Winnipeg, it became part of the Winnipeg library system. In Charleswood turned 100 years old in 2013, and it's 2022 now. So Charleswood received a new library for the 100th anniversary. So it is a brand new library branch.
Not Winnipeg, right?
No, there's more now. The city then went to upgrading the entire branches.
Okay.
So the Winnipeg is very, very large, spread out. So it had many municipalities that became integrated into the city. And we looked up that the first library branch was started in 1905. So since that time, many of these branches were started. So each branch has a startup date. And the main central library was started about 20 years ago, 20 to 25 years ago.
So that is the Millennium Library, right?
Yeah.
Downtown.
2000, that's what's called Millennium.
Okay, for that reason it's Millennium Library.
That was the gift from the city to the population.
Yeah.
The 2000 building, kind of memorial building for 2000 was the gift, the Millennium Central Library in Winnipeg in the downtown area.
Okay. And now, can you talk about how this system works? You explained me a few days ago that you have access to the computer system to pick up, to return your book with even if the library are closed. Can you share us a little about this system works?
With the central library system, since 2000, they then centralized the entire library branches with the main library downtown. So it's on one big computer system that everybody has access to. So it's totally computerized. Everything is barcoded. And every branch has a computer system, and that computer system is locked in with the main library downtown. Mommy. And so it's totally standardized.
Yes.
So it works anywhere in the city. It works the exact same way. So it has a web page, and you go and from your main computer, you can or iPhone, you can bring up their webpage, and you can start your search in there, and you can look for information in the search bar what you want to search for.
Yes.
And then it will give you answers, and it will tell you the books or journals or DVDs or CDs or ebooks, what they have available.
Yes.
and you will get a catalog listing.
Yeah.
And then from your own device, you can already order the literature, the books, the CDs, the DVDs that you want to have. You can order it online. There's buttons you click where you order it,
Yeah.
and you decide which branch you want to pick it up.
So, do you mean if you are looking for some book or some information and that information doesn't exist in your own branch, you can ask for another library to you can pick up on your local branch?
They centralized that, and they started a service system to then, as librarians, they created a new job category out of that.
Yes.
The people that go then and they pick the book where it is
Yes.
from the branch or the downtown library, and they bring it to your library if your branch doesn't have it, and they created a shelf space where they then bring the books
Yes.
and they put it on the shelf, and then you get an email that says that your book has come in, and then you go to the library and you pick it up and you check it out. You get a card.
Example, in this system, do you need to pay something to use this system?
It is funded, it is paid for through the property tax.
Okay.
So everybody, in order to access the library, you have to have a residence address. So you have to show proof of a driver's license or a bill that you get where your name is and address is on there.
Okay.
And you need your local phone number because your password is based on your phone number.
Okay. So, if one newcomer want to open an account just with the renting papers, can do that?
Yes, because the owner is paying the property tax.
Okay.
So it's about they want to make sure that you're within the city of Winnipeg. If you're outside, like Headingley split off from Winnipeg, and then they were cut off the library system, and they have now started their own library system.
We know that any system is perfect. Do you have a bad experience that you want to share with us about your own experience with this system?
Okay, from all the libraries I've experienced in the world, I've been to city libraries. This is one of the best in the world.
Okay.
It really is. I would say it was more difficult to use it before it came on the central computer system. And then there was a problem with the return of the book, and where they told me that I didn't return the book and I lost the book, and I have to pay a fee, or if I cannot bring the book in, then I have to pay a replacement fee for the book. But I said no. I returned the book, and it took them several weeks they finally did check the shelves, and they did find the book, and they weren't very nice to me, talking to me about that. So I didn't like that, but that has all resolved. That's gone, that's finished. The librarians are differently trained. They're very kind, they're very friendly, and they're very helpful. So these kind of problems really don't exist anymore at all. So it's a hugely user-friendly, very friendly system overall now. It's very, very few problems in these ways.
Even when we were going to this library, even it's exists area for the kids, right? A little area with kids, teenagers, and other people can use, right?
Yes, they made that very child friendly. Especially, it's very useful with extremely long winters here to have a library system like that. People use it in the evenings, after school, in the evenings, on weekends, with children. Students come and they meet at the tables and do homework together, and cheer and tutor each other. And sometimes if it's a larger student group, they can actually ask for a room, for an extra room, where they can meet to do homework. And then there's the entire, with the children, with the books, and also computer for the children, and the kind of a play area, and there's crayons and papers and drawing and coloring. So it's a very good system for children.
And how it works in winter. The system of return books. It works normally. You can return your books even if the library is not open. What do you need to do in winter?
Yes, it's very well organized. They have book return chutes. They have a regular one, an old style one without the barcode, and they have an electronic system. And sometimes the electronic system doesn't work. And they actually then reopened the old-fashioned one where you just put it in the book chute, and then the librarian has to take it off the barcode.
Yeah.
Or other than that, you can run it to the scanner with the barcode on it, and it clears it, and then it gets off your account right away, or you have to wait for the librarian. And you can, it's 24 hours, you can return your books at any time.
Okay.
And in the winter, you just make sure you check the opening hours, that you get there in time, and that you're not just 5 minutes before the closing time, and check for specialty hours with holidays, special announcements, if it's too cold, or that they closed everything.
Yeah.
So now with the online environment, you can always check ahead of time, check your library hours, and make sure you stick to that. And they're pretty good. So like now, after the long weekend in September, from now on till the long weekend in May, the library branches are all open on Saturdays again.
Charles.
Karen, thanks for the interview. Thanks
you.
for all the time.
And thank you for your experience.
Muchas gracias.
Can you repeat that? Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias por seguirnos. Los vemos en el próximo video y no olviden suscribirse, activar la campanita y estar viendo nuestros videos. Muchas gracias.